Hello everyone, welcome to my SWOT analysis presentation for ENT 610. My name is Dolapo Akiola Mojola. Today I will be talking to you doing a SWOT analysis of the consulting industry, an industry where um, I have been freelancing in for quite a number of years, and hopefully I intend to grow my freelancing into a proper consulting business. So basically, this is the industry outlook. The consulting industry within Africa is estimated to be worth over $4.5 billion, and there's a growth rate of around 5 to 7% yearly. There's a yearly growth rate. And of that figure, $100 billion is the worth of that industry globally. Today, consulting services, as we have it, are available in well over 30 African countries. However, 3 countries top that list: South Africa, Nigeria, and Morocco, taking up the top 3 places on the list. And basically, growth has been driven by an increasing demand for more specialized consulting services from African businesses, in variance to where international companies are the ones that have been operating in this space for many decades now. And there's also a rise of African multinationals, many fintech startups, many growing businesses. A lot of innovation and disruption is happening within many categories and industry within Africa. Hence the need for competing services, and also more localized businesses that are able to operate within Africa. In looking at the SWOT analysis, I have highlighted 4 areas: the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the strengths. But I'm going to break them down one by one as we go through the slides after this one. This is just a complete overview to look at what the strengths are, what are the aspects that we play well in as a prospective business in the consulting aspect, what are the weaknesses, what are the opportunities that we have and can capitalize on, and what are the threats. So in terms of strengths, we look at pricing, which is a low project cost in comparison to large consulting companies. Why? Because this is one of the strong factors that clients are looking out for when they're hiring a consulting company. They want to see whether you are able to fit their budgets. So oftentimes, when your cost is too high, as a local agency or as a local consultant, they're not able to use you. So most organizations will rather have a local company that can provide services at a low project cost in comparison to the large consulting companies who will usually have higher overheads and bigger overheads that they need to charge for. There's also the strength of local experience and extensive reach into rural areas and high-risk communities. These high-risk communities basically are the troubled communities within many of the African nations that we have. For example, in Nigeria, we have Boko Haram. In places like East Africa, there are many, local areas where there is unrest and violence going on. And sometimes it's pretty much difficult for you to want to send people who don't understand the terrain and the local terrain to be able to gather information or to help you understand, what the opportunities are within such areas and such communities. We also have there's also the strength of strong rural reach. Rural reach in the sense that there are communities that are really far out, and many people are discouraged into providing solutions within these rural areas because of the fact that it's going to be difficult to get there. But because of the reach we have extensive rural reach in terms of the people and the human resource that are available to us. So we also have experienced project managers with subject matter expertise, and this is a strength on our path. And as we're growing, there's a growing network among the business to business community. So if as a consulting business, we're not able to do that thing, we have a network of people we can tap and collaborate with to find answers to questions we're helping our clients to solve. As a weakness, there are two aspects to the weakness. We have the ones that are helpful and are harmful. And basically under that, we also have the internal weaknesses and our external weaknesses. From an internal point of view, we have a low brand recognition, which is helpful because people don't see us coming as a consulting company. They just realize that, okay, who is this? They can be a threat. And so they tend to look down on you, and then they don't know when you hit them and you take the job away from them. There's also a lack of financial resources from an external point of view. We struggle, like many other companies. Finance is an issue in being able to fund the initiatives and the things we would like to do as a business. However, it's also helpful because then we can then reach out and source for funding or find partnerships or look for those who are willing to buy into the prospective equity of the business. On a harmful point of view, there's a lack of technical support in using technology to leverage our operational output. So because technology is growing, we need funds to be able to buy into those technology, those softwares that would help our operations to be faster and speedier, and also be more allow our clients to be able to track their outputs in a real-time basis. Another harmful and external is also the shortage of talent and a high turnover of talent. So in the consulting industry, people are coming and going, and there has to be something you can use to retain them. So unlike the McKinseys, we don't have that capacity. So people tend to go in and come out as they want. However, there are lots of opportunities as we see. So there are growing startups and new entrants into industries and categories that will need consulting resources because many startups are coming up, many organizations are being born. There's also the increasing adoption of consumer-focused services and growth in the economies of African companies. So particularly in the areas of agriculture and infrastructure. So more businesses are looking at, how can we bring solutions to agriculture? How can we solve the problem of infrastructure in Africa? And they're looking for people who will be able to help them answer this challenging questions. There's also a greater need for more localized expertise in the area of strategic solutions, in understanding markets and understanding consumers. We feel this is a great opportunity because for innovation and disruption to happen, you need to understand who the users are. There's also the need for more strategy and human capital and operations focused consulting as more expert resources undergo the jackpot syndrome. The jackpot syndrome is simply mean that people are, going on exile. They're leaving the African states and countries and moving abroad, and you have less people who are experts. So we are still on ground, and once we're still on ground and we understand, not only are we able to, help our clients find solutions they're looking for, we also have the expertise because not only do we have localized, we also have our reach across, Africa. There's also the high exit barriers due to fluctuations in opportunities. So in this industry, it's all about the money. People want to be able to say, there are ways I can deliver servicing and be able to, sustain the business. But when there's no sustainability because there's no business, people tend to exit. So these are opportunities because this is an opportunity because then if you're able to withstand that challenge, for example, COVID, many companies did not use consulting services because there was no need to. So it's about thinking outside of the box and being able to survive these challenging times and also take advantage of the things that you find in there. Also, in terms of threats, we have identified two of the biggest threats that we may have. There's the fast and speedy dynamism of technology and artificial intelligence, which is a strong one which we're going to be contending with. So this threat is real, and it's important that we're able to find how we can plug ourselves into the threat and turn it into an opportunity. Another big threat is the more excellent capabilities of global consulting companies like the McKinsey, the KPMGs, who have higher access to resources, particularly in human resources that they have, and also the fact that they have the financial capability to be able to deliver. So I hope this is able to, I've been able to go through the SWOT. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I look forward to getting your feedback and your comments. Bye.